I'm Dr. Jeffrey Schels with Advanced Chiropractic, and one of the questions that we often get asked at our office is, should I use heat or should I use ice if I have an injury? And the answer to that question is, it depends. So if you have a problem to where it just started, so let's say that you're playing softball and you slide into second base and you tweak the lower part of your spine and you have a pain there. If it's a new injury, you always want to use ice initially. And the reason for that is, anytime there's an injury to the spine, along with the injury you will have swelling in the joints. And because of the swelling, you want to use ice, because what ice does is it kills the swelling, all right? And so a good rule of thumb is immediately put on ice. However, you don't want to use ice for a long time. So you put on the ice and you only put it on for 20 minutes max. And then you can repeat that once an hour. So ice would be 20 minutes on, 40 minutes off, 20 minutes on, 40 minutes off. Now when you're using the ice, you can use an ice pack like this. You can use real ice in a Ziploc bag. A real good way to do it is to have something the thickness of a t-shirt, get it wet, and put that on the skin and put the ice bag or the ice pack over that. Now, when you use ice, you want it to get really cold, obviously, and it should go through a number of different sensations. First should be cool. Obviously, when you put ice pack, it's going to be cool on your skin, and then eventually it could be burning, and then achy, and then eventually it should get to the point to where it's numb. So numb that if you gently touch the skin, you don't even feel it. So that's CBAN, cool, burning, aching, and then finally numbness. And then you can do that 20 minutes on, 40 minutes off, 20 minutes on, 40 minutes off, and you can do that for a few days, and that will really help. One of the things that we see is a lot of people get confused and they will have an injury and they will use ice, or they'll use heat. Now the problem is, a lot of times, especially with spinal problems like neck pain or back pain, if it is an acute injury, meaning it just happened, you will get some spasm in the muscles. So you'll get swelling in the joints, but you'll also get spasming in the muscles. And because the muscle gets tight, people naturally will think, well, if I use heat and I put the heat on there, that it'll loosen the muscle. And the answer to that is, it will. However, the problem with heat is it also will increase the swelling that's in the joint. So while the heat generally feels better than ice, if it is an acute injury, in other words, it just happened, the heat will feel good while it's on there, but it will increase the swelling so much that the next day the person is in really, really bad shape. So you don't want to use heat on an acute injury. Now, if it's a very chronic, long-term problem, then a lot of times heat will help with that type of a condition. But never, ever, ever use heat on an acute condition. All right? So to recap, if the problem just happened where you had some type of a strain or a sprain, a kink in your neck, you always want to use ice, and only 20 minutes once an hour. It should be cool, burning, aching, then eventually numb. And you can do that for the first few days. If it is a long-term chronic problem, ice probably won't help as much. You may use heat in that case. And even when you use the heat, you only want to use it 20 minutes once an hour. And so the key though, however, is if you have any type of an injury, whether it's an acute injury or a chronic injury, you definitely want to find out what the problem is. In other words, what is the injury? And so while you can throw an ice pack on it, and generally speaking, if it's an acute injury, that'll help with any type of an acute injury, you would like to make an appointment either at our office or someplace that will be able to tell you what the problem is. Because to actually fix the underlying problem does require some type of treatment, whether that's chiropractic treatment or medical treatment, totally depending on what the condition is. Ice will help with the swelling and make it feel better, but it won't actually cure any problem, all right? So this is Dr. Jeffrey Schels. I hope you found the talk today to be informative. If you would like to, if you have an injury and you'd like to find out if we can help, just give us a call at 254-778-2225. Thanks, have a great day.